After watching this video, you will understand why no productivity app in the world can help you or your team to get things done. You will learn the differences between efficiency, effectiveness and productivity and how they affect each other. This might sound very theoretical, but I assure you, after watching my explanation, you will stop blaming the tool and actually start to getting things done. Everyone is talking about productivity apps nowadays. To be productive sounds great. However, many people confuse being productive with being busy. I actually wrote a premium blog post about this called Busy versus Productive. There is a difference in how to make the shift, in which I explain in detail why many people think they are productive, also they are just busy and don't get anything done. If you are truly productive, that means you get a lot of things done. If a company is productive, it means they produce a lot. However, I know a lot of people who are very productive in producing more work. This brings me to another premium blog post that I published on my website called Effectiveness and Efficiency, the secret ingredients of productivity. The key message in this article is that you need to understand the differences between those three terms in order to start to be successful in your job using productivity apps. Let me quickly explain what the meaning of those terms are before we will dive into examples how I use productivity apps to actually get things done. So what is effectiveness? Effectiveness is comparing what you can get done with what you actually got done. Efficiency, on the other hand, is doing more with less. Or said another way, it's a measure of how well you perform a task with the least waste of resources. These resources can include time, energy, money, materials, and effort. So this means your productivity depends on the effectiveness and efficiency of your production process or your personal workflow to get things done. Okay, now you're completely confused. And I guess you ask yourself, what the heck has this to do with me getting things done? It is always best to explain it with an example. Let's say Sally just received a new task from her team lead Mike. Of course, she cannot say no and adds this new task to the already endless list in her personal task manager. Mike then asked Sally, by when will you have finished this task? And her answer will be by the end of this week. Let's face it, she had no idea if this is even possible. 1 week later, Mike asks Sally about this task again. And Sally answers, I was too busy doing other work that I wasn't able to get this task done. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time Sally is saying this. Sally is blaming the team leader for not being able to manage his team properly. And Mike is blaming Sally for not being able to organize herself to get things done. And both are right. This is a perfect example of having a productivity tool which isn't helping to get things done. Adding the task to her to-do list just made things worse. She's obviously feeling overwhelmed already. The first thing both should keep in mind to solve this situation is that a task list is always infinite and a calendar is finite. There is only a limited time per day that you can use to actually work on your tasks. This means always block out your calendar with the task you have to do. Getting back to our example, this would mean next time Mike is asking Sally to add another task, she can open up her calendar and show him what else is on her list in the next few days. It also gives Mike proof that Sally is organized. On the other hand, it helps Mike to better manage Sally's work, because now that he sees what Sally actually is doing, he can decide to reprioritize her tasks. This way, Mike can help Sally to free up time to focus on a new task which might have a higher priority. The best part is that everybody is aware and agrees that Sally couldn't work on certain tasks that were on the to-do list. However, if Sally is tracking her task in a task manager, then adding task to and updating on the calendar is always time consuming and therefore decreases efficiency, especially if the timeline or prioritization of tasks changes a lot. This is why I like to use Todoist, as it has a two-way synchronization with my calendar. Whenever I add tasks to Todoist and a due date, it will automatically add an event on my Google Calendar. The good thing about this is, even if I change the date or update the title of this task inside my calendar, it will also get updated on my Todoist. In addition, the meetings that I'm invited to will become tasks in Todoist. This makes sense because attending meetings is also a task that needs to be done. So using Todoist is a great way to organize your work if there isn't any tool available in your company. I will also provide an online course in the near future that will explain in detail how you can use Todoist in the most efficient way possible. If you're interested, then you should follow the link in the description below. If you are a team leader and there is no task management tool available in your company, then you should consider to implement one for your team. However, in my personal opinion, Todoist is too limited when it comes to collaboration. Instead, I would recommend using something like Asana. Asana gives you the opportunity to get an overview of your team's workload, define and track milestones, to work together on tasks in a very efficient manner. In this video I won't dive deeper into Asana. However, if you are interested in seeing more on how to use Asana, then let me know in the comments below. If you are the owner of a company, then I recommend defining a tool that everyone has to use. However, just by saying we will use Asana from now on won't do any good to your employees and your company's productivity. You will need to define company conventions on how to use whatever tool you want to implement. Conventions would be who can create tasks, how to name tasks, how and when to give status updates, and what does prioritization actually mean. Many like to apply prior 1, 2, 3, 4, but I know that most times all the tasks end up in prior 1. This is because the impact of those tasks on actual business success is not defined and should be linked to the prioritization. If you say that priority 1 tasks need to get done in order for the company to run on a daily business and prior 4 are projects optimizing the daily business, then it's easy to know which task needs to be done first. If you're interested in properly implementing conventions and new productivity tools, then I invite you to join the Paperless Movement Inner Circle membership, where you will get access to our members only forum and the option to reach out to me personally in order to get help with your implementation projects. I hope this video gave you a better understanding how to use productivity tools in general. If you want to learn more about the features and technology of certain tools like Todoist, Asana and Miro, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and I will catch you up next time.